Hey guys,
I'm Meredith,
I'm Savannah.
and this is Draw My Relationship.
All right, I am Savannah and I'm starting this off. So, I was an event coordinator with the Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, and Transgender Student Union at my college. And let me just say, I was fantastic at it. And we had this awesome event at the beginning of the year, and that's me being awesome. I deserved a ribbon, I think. I don't know. So it was August 2012. It was my third year in college, and I dressed up really spiffy. My hair looked nice. I had suspenders and a blue shirt, which I thought looked great, and black dress pants shorts, which I also thought were great. So I was saying hi to everybody. I was handing out information and my phone number, and I saw this girl from across the room, and she looked great. This tall girl wearing a tracksuit, but full on makeup. And I gave her my number, and I said, wow.
Okay, so I'm Meredith, and so I went to the GLBTSU event, apparently with my makeup all done and two potatoes for a body, and I saw this chick across the room. She came up to me. Her name was Savannah, and she was like, "Hey, can I have your number?" And she asked me for it, so I said, "Okay." So apparently I looked to the side, and then Savannah all of a sudden got legs and arms, and I gave her her number, my number.
You can't forget my suspenders.
Oh, yeah, her suspenders were pretty cool, pretty hot. So, yeah.
I thought it was fancy.
So after Savannah got my number, my phone immediately went beep after the meeting, and it was Savannah saying, "Hey, you want to hang out? We're having a GLBTSU event over at my apartment." And I said, "Sure."
That's the second time, though. The first time you said no, and it was the second text message where you said that you would hang out with me.
So I said, "Sure," and I went over to her apartment, and there was Savannah and all these random people that I didn't know, and they were playing a game. And Savannah was over there, so I went and I sat beside her and smiled, and she was drinking, so there's some, you know, drunkenness going on over there. So we were playing the game of things, and if you've ever played the game of things before, it's really awesome, and it requires social skills, and I have mad skills. I was getting all of the slips. I was pretty awesome. So in the midst of playing the game of things, Savannah got out her phone, I got out my phone, and we started texting each other. And look at our special phones. Look,
she had a
these
smartphone.
are like, I had a smartphone, and Savannah had like this slide out phone, and it was so 2000s. And so I said, "Hey," and she was like, "Yo," and I said, "Hey, you're cute," and she said, "You're cute too," and I sent her a smiley face, and she sent me a winky face with like this kissy mouth.
So after wooing her with my texting skills, I invited her, and she stayed for a lesbian after party of sorts. There were a ton of girls, lesbians. We were all lesbians. We were not wearing dresses, but this is just the easiest way to draw them. And we had a lot of fun, and there was really loud music and a little bit of alcohol. And I showed her my twerking skills, and my butt's not that big, but I can shake it and make it look big. And so I was just twerking, and dancing.
And I was like, "Ooh la la." I was checking it out.
Yeah.
I was really excited.
Yeah, she was pretty impressed. And I even pinned her up against the wall in the apartment.
There I am, pinned up against the wall
And
with a smile on my face.
And I was seducing her.
Apparently a really big smile on my face.
It was pretty big. You were pretty happy. So it was really late when the party ended, so I invited her to sleep over so she didn't have to drive all the way home because we lived on opposite parts of town. And so we just laid there in the bed and we did not do anything at all.
Dead silence.
No touching. Well, a little later, I think she slept over again. And this time, she brought over this little eye mask thing, I guess to keep the light out or something.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. And she pretended to be asleep, but she was smiling.
So I was smiling because I had a secret.
And I think that secret was that you really wanted me to kiss you. So this is a zoom in, it's a close up. And what the hell is that?
It's drool.
I was not drooling over you.
Yeah, you were.
No, I was not drooling. I was excited and I wanted to do it, but I was not drooling. I'm going to erase that. Okay, so I was staring at her face and I knew she wanted me to kiss her, but I was really nervous. So I just kept staring at her mouth and she kept smiling more and more. Like the Joker. And
like the Joker.
Yeah. Eventually I just sucked it up and I kissed her. Happily.
Woo! Got it going on.
And it was a great first kiss.
Yay! So after our first kiss, I decided to go to Pride with the rest of the GLBTSU. And so myself and my sister and her boyfriend and another friend from the student union all hopped in my car and we decided to drive to Pride and stay in the hotel where the rest of the student union was staying. And it was raining really bad, and so I was really excited to get inside of that hotel. So I walked into the doors, checked in, and found everybody else from the group. So after arriving to Raleigh, we met up separately at Pride, and Savannah texted me and was like, "Where are you at?" And so I texted her back, and we found each other, and it was like love all over again. You know, all we wanted to do was make out with each other. But everybody had to line up for the parade, so that's what we did. So we were walking, we were really having a good time in the parade, and then all of a sudden it started drizzling. And of course, I probably hadn't really eaten that much that day. I started getting cold and lightheaded, and then I started panicking. I have really bad anxiety, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna pass out. And so I started feeling sick and decided to go back to my car. So there I am running. I just want to get away from everybody. I'm having a really bad panic attack, and I go to my car and hide. And after the parade, Savannah and the rest of her crew were like, okay, where's Meredith? And so Savannah came and found me at my car, and she gave me a kiss. And it made me feel a lot better.
Fast forward to 6 months later, and we decide to get a dog together because that's just the stereotypical lesbian thing to do. So we got a Chihuahua, a cute little Chihuahua puppy, and with big ears, and she was so calm and she was so quiet. We had to travel quite a ways to get her, and we named her Bo, short for Isabeau, from this show we were obsessed with at the time called Lost Girl. And she was the light of our lives at that time.
All right, so here is Bo, And at the time, we were living at separate places. Savannah lived at her own place, and I was still living with my parents. And we were in bed with Bo, and all of a sudden, we felt something slimy and weird, and it just felt totally gross. And we were like, okay, what the crap is that? It turns out it was worms, and they were coming out of her butthole. And there's her butthole right there in the light, looking like a sun. And so that's how Bo got the nickname Wormy Butt. We were
Wormy.
absolutely horrified, and we took her to the vet the next day.
And now that we had a little family, we stereotypically U-hauled it and we decided to live together and get her out of her parents' house. So we actually didn't use a truck, but it's fine. And so we moved all of our stuff and started living together, and there was a lot of ups and downs. It was extremely hard to live with somebody for the first time that long around each other, and it's still one of the hardest times that I've ever had.
So our relationship after we had moved in was definitely difficult, and we thought that if we moved into a place of our own, that it would give us time to focus on our relationship.
And it was a year
So,
later.
and it was a year later, and so around June 18th, which was Savannah's birthday, we moved into our new place. We didn't have anything to bring with us to move in. We did order a table, and it just so happened to get there the day that we moved in, though. So that was good. We had a place to eat. And since it was her birthday, I made special plans. I stopped by the cake shop, and I ordered a custom-made cake with an anchor and the ship steering wheel thing, and we celebrated her birthday.
Pizza.
We did order pizza, and we were really excited to celebrate and start our new journey.
After a year of moving in with each other, of lovely, awesome time and experience, Meredith was at the end point of her college career. I had already graduated, and she had an unpaid internship, which caused me to have to find work outside of the city we lived in. So I traveled to work, and I was on my way home from work, actually. And I was traveling. I was like 10 minutes from home, maybe, and I got into a pretty bad car accident right here. It was bad and scary.
So I got this phone call, and it was Savannah, and she said, I've been in a car accident. It's really bad. I need you to come down here. So I went down to where the accident was. The front of her car was completely torn off. The airbags had deployed. There was mess all over the place. It was a really, really bad accident. And Savannah was crying. She had just gotten out of the ambulance, and I just held her and I told her everything is going to be okay.
Needless to say, I stopped commuting, and we decided to stay put in the city that we were in because honestly, travel scared me.
I told Savannah that everything was going to be okay, and as it turns out, everything turned out pretty okay. So, 6 months after her car accident, I graduated. I had a job lined up for the next year, and Savannah and I were both really happy. We were in a really good place financially and emotionally and in our relationship, and so we decided to get engaged. Yay! We were finally ready to take our relationship to the next level, and we are really excited to see what comes next.
Life is unpredictable, and there are a lot of things that we don't have the answers to yet. We don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. We don't know where we're going to be doing it. Where are we going to get married? Are we going to have kids?
What we do know is that we love each other very much. We make a great team. We have overcome many obstacles, and we are ready for whatever life throws at us. So if you liked our video, give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.